Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Sunderland career mode. Today this is episode 11 and we start the episode off with, well, Danny Ings. Danny Ings. I mean, just continuing from the last episode, probably the best signing I've made yet in this career mode, because he's a quality player and that's just it. We still have half of the January transfer window left and we will be putting in some bids for a few players in this episode. So we go for a bid here for Leeds' young midfielder Lewis Cook, a bid of £2 million. I thought it was a reasonable bid because he's a young promising player and I thought we could get him on the cheap as his wages are only £2 a week. But he's a good player, he deserves Premier League football and that's why I wanted to rob Leeds of him. So into the Capital One Cup semi-final, second leg away to West Bromwich Albion. We were 1-0 down from the first leg. I think it was a Sado Berahino goal we fell to at the Stadium of Light. But I really wanted to try and get to Wembley, try and get to a cup final our first season and qualify for Europe, which is, good, but we do have to enter at the third qualifying round. And Man United they're so overpowered in FIFA, it's just untrue, isn't it? I mean, these two sides here struggling in the Premier League at the minute, really just basket cases of clubs. We made a good lot of changes to this one. We're banging quite a lot of players. Ings and Zahovic started up front for the first time. Jordan Pickford, who I brought back from Preston, played in goal. DeAndre Yedlin at right back. I mean, there's West Brom's team. In fact, look, they haven't made any signings for a start, which is kind of boring. You've got to be adventurous in a career mode. But I like Gambaro, Pocanoli, two good wing backs. Berahino, obviously, but just Berahino, he's a goal machine. Surprised about no Rondon. I don't know if he was up playing right wing or something. But there's our team. Yedlin came in, so did Knocker. Christiansen came in as well. Van Arnold kept his place. Lawson in defensive mid. I kept Kostic and Lenz on the wings. Zahovic and Ings up front. Whilst the bench was Pantilimon, Matthews, Koulibaly, Weigl, Lopez, Afobe and Watmore. So we get off to a great start here with Sebastian Larsson dribbling through the midfield. He has a finesse shot, but sadly it hits the post. It would have been a great start. It would have got us back in the tie. So this one's a little bit weird. God knows what happens here. Van Aanholt and Ings play some good football. Danny Ings gets inside, plays it to Kostic. Great turn, does him for a Burton. A good save there. How he doesn't score there is still beyond me, and I still don't know how he hit the post. But it's still 0-0, and it's frustrating times in the first half. So another attack here. Philippe Kostic gets the ball and just starts doing past the West Brom team. But his shot's about as gentle as a tablespoon of sugar, which is disappointing. So near the end of the first half here, James Morrison gets the ball in the midfield and just starts doing some tricky turns and spins. Plays it to Claudio Jacob, to Stefan Sessegnon, who plays it through to Berahino. Our defence is on the back foot, and being Sado Berahino, he does that. He puts West Brom 1-0 ahead, and it's really disappointing for us because we have to come from behind and get 2 goals now to go through, and at this point I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know if we have to score 3 goals or 2 goals to win it, because I only thought away goals counted after extra time in the League Cup, but I was wrong in the end, and you'll see what happens. Then shit like this happens. I want someone in the comment section, I don't care who it is, to tell me how the hell that did not go in. And I'm still scratching my head now thinking, how has Foster got a hand to it, saved it, and it's hit one post, and then it's gone over the line almost, and hit the other post. It's beyond me. We have a chance here at the start of the second on Zahovic, forces a corner. I just tried to use the pace, just like use the forcing stars, but from here, the lens crosses it in, and it's a header and a goal, and we are back in the tie. It was a fantastic header, it really was, and it got us back in the game. It was Jan Envia, it was 1-1, we were in it, but still at this time I still have no idea that on this game away goals counted in normal time. I still thought it was after extra time. So we banged the subs on and we just decided to go for it after that. We really did. Duncan Watmore here, one of the substitutes. He cuts inside to Pocanoli, he has a shot and we score 84th minute. And at this minute, again, I still don't know if we're through or not. I keep thinking we have to go for another goal, but you'll see at the end what happens. It's mad. And here we just decide to make more substitutions. So there it is, full time, and again, I still don't know if we've, so I just quickly go rushing through the footage to see if we've won. It's the end of the game, there is no extra time, and I'm thinking, well, the most likely outcome is we're through, we've scored more away goals, and at that moment I actually realised we're through. I'd completely lost the will to live at that point, because I just didn't know if are we out, are we through, are we going to Wembley. Look, my controller's stood still, not going anywhere. I'm looking up on my laptop what's going anywhere, and just what's going on in the world. And I do eventually find out we're through, and we're going to Wembley, and we are facing, yes, you do know who, the overrated Manchester United. They beat Bristol City, so Bristol City got to the semi-final and the third bottom in the Championship. But anyway, so as you can see there, Leeds accepted our £2 million offer for Lewis Cook. We also had a £6.5 million bid rejected, well, I rejected it, from QPR for Jermaine Defoe, and Celta Vigo, Spanish club, came with an £8.5 million bid for Jermaine Lens, but I also turned that away as well because they're both first team players and I don't know why I'd sell them. So we make a couple of changes even for the game against Tottenham. Defoe and Afobe up front. I decided to, well, Ings and Zahovic were really tired from the League Cup timing. It was only like 2 games in a week, really take its toll on the players. So back to the original side with Pantilimon, Matthews, and there's 7th. I will say this now, first time, don't want to be there, don't want to be anywhere near the top 7. Our squad is not capable of European qualification first season. It's so unrealistic to just come out of 17 successive relegation battles with Sunderland and just expect, yeah, top 6. Why not? No, we're going like that. With the signings I've made in January, I want 10th. That's realistic enough for me, I think. But top 7, just nowhere near that. Like, if you want to go and check out Doctor's career mode and see what's what on that one, yeah, that's what I'm trying to get it like. But as for the team, Pantilimon in goal, Matthews, Koulibaly and Kabul have been really good at the back in recent games, so I kept them too. Van Arnold, flipping, he works his socks off. I think he's played every single game this season almost. And then Lopez and Villa as normal, like who else would it be? And then Kostic, Lens and Defoe and Afobe. On the bench, Jordan Pickford, Robin Knocker, Andreas Christensen, Julian Weigl, Lucas Zahovic, Danny Ings and Duncan Watmore. So here we start our first attack of the game. I mean, just look at Afobe there. He's just got the freedom of White Hart Lane to just run in behind the Tottenham defence, put it in the back of the net, and I still don't know where the Spurs defence are, to be honest. Jermaine Defoe with the easiest ball through he'll ever have to do in his life. Just simple pass through to Afobe and a nice finish, 1-0. So near half time here, Christian Eriksen starts off for an attack for Tottenham. Harry Kane plays it to Nacer Chadli, to Harry Kane, and it's a really good move here. And Ryan Mason, who's currently injured at the minute in real life, plays it to Christian Eriksen, he scores, and the guy who starts off the move ends it as well. And it's a really good move, and it demoralises us just before half time. I have to rearrange my team talk, so it's 1-1. So into the second half now, Kostic plays it to Afobe, who has been good since I put him back in the side. Back to Kostic, but he doesn't come to anything, and we just try and get going from there, but again it doesn't come for us. We win it back. Yunus Kabul plays it to Jan and Villa, and he's been instrumental this season. Filip Kostic crosses the ball in, and what a header by Benik Afobe. It's a towering header. Hugo Lloris had no chance. It was a bullet. I mean, it's like Robert Huth scored a really powerful header for Leicester against Tottenham, but look at that, bang. And whilst Robert Huth was proper good because he just stood there and just nodded it in, Benik Afobe just full force and power with that one, and it's 2-1. So I did bring some subs on, but they were made at different points. I bring Ings on for Afobe in the 59th minute, as you'll see at the top of the screen when the subs come on. But we get an attack here after Tottenham have repeatedly attacked us. A good 1-2 between Watmore and Matthews, and played to Weigl, who came on, and Jermaine Defoe took it in for 3-1 and game over. Now I will say this again, this was a game, I know it sounds weird, but I didn't want to win this game because Tottenham are a really good team. I know it's obvious, I know it sounds obvious, but Tottenham are a really good team, and we shouldn't be winning away at White Hart Lane with as we're Sunderland. But this is just FIFA for you. And I don't want to finish in the top 6, I don't want to finish in the top 7, okay, and I'm just trying to try my best to not finish here because I just don't want to finish here. But 3 points, I'll take it, but it's just not where I want to be at the minute. So, great news here. Lewis Cook has signed, and it was really cheap in the end for an English player, would you believe? I mean, clubs these days set about 18 million for English players, and it's just ridiculous. They're way overpriced compared to other players, but there we go. We've got a good young English player on the cheap, and he'll be there in our midfield for a long time, depending on how many seasons they want to continue with this. But I'm not done yet, and I just want to go for more players. So here we are just basically looking for players who are going to be out of contract at the end of the season, because there's only a couple of hours to go in the transfer window. So basically we just offer him a contract. If he accepts, he accepts. He rejects, he rejects. And Daniel Didavi is a really good player from Stuttgart. And remember, they've got to be 23 years old or over, so that rules out anybody obviously under 22 or under. I know it sounds stupid, but we eventually go for Daniel Didavi. I think he's a really good player, and I think Stuttgart have got a lot of very good players, but they just don't use them, and that's what I don't know why. But I don't know why they are struggling down there at the bottom of Bundesliga. I mean, Daniel Ginchett here, there's another good player. I mean, they've got Werner, Carlos Guaizo. They've got a lot of talented players. They've got Baumgartel as well. They need to start using them, and it's just ridiculous. I mean, the Bundesliga is full of a lot of very talented players. I mean, Jonas Hoffmann there, he recently just went to Borussia Mönchengladbach, by the way, from Dortmund for 5 million. Higuita signed for Stoke once. Yeah, so there's a lot of very talented players in the Bundesliga. So here is the offer we put in for Daniel Didavi. I mean, again, look at his wages. He wants a bloody lot. I think he rejected this first offer, I do believe, which was disappointing, obviously, because you always want to get a player you always want to try and get him in to improve your team. But Didavi's a player I want because we're really limited on like attacking players. Well, strikers obviously not, but wingers, and there we go. That says it all. You really did want 50 grand a week, but we're not as in like we're congested up front. We've got some good players there. But on the wings, we've got like Lenz, Kostic and Watmore, and again, we just need players to back up. It could have just been left Didavi. Again, he declines again because he just doesn't want to relocate. But I could have left Didavi and just spent about 10 million on Bojan. It's here now. Bojan is a player he's just amazing. Like, he's one of my favourite players, and I really want to buy him in this career mode. Like, I want to buy Patrick Bamford as well. I want to buy Adam Armstrong, but that might not go down well with Newcastle fans. And there it is again, Didavi, just annoying me again because he's rejected it. But this is the thing though with players, they just get greedier and greedier and greedier and just demand money. They're just flipping money halls, as MGH once said. But it's frustrating, and we do eventually get him. So here it is, Daniel Didavi gets his pre-contract offer signed. As you can see, I adjusted the wages a bit to get him into the team, and he will be coming into the side for the 2016-17 season. So into the game against Liverpool, we made one change for this game. Yunus Kabul was replaced at the back by Robin Knocker, and I didn't change the team that much around because I thought we played really well at Tottenham. And immediately here we get a chance. Jermaine Lenz steals the ball down low and plays it into Jermaine Defoe, but sadly he hits it wide. So another attack here starts. Afobe nicks the ball and he plays in Jermaine Defoe, and he really should score here, but it's a good save by Mignolet. You know, he's a good goalkeeper, and that's why he's just out of contract extension in real life. Kostic whips the ball in, but again he gets to it. But Liverpool get their first attack of the game here in the 21st minute. Benteke receives the ball from Coutinho. He plays it to Milner, but his shot goes over the bar. And it's a bit of a fuff shot in the end because he didn't really hit it cleanly. So no changes made for the second half here. We do start off the second half even on the front foot with Kostic breaking down the wing, and he's been really impressive this season. I mean, there we go, he absolutely tears them apart, plays it into Envia, his shot is blocked, but Defoe with an amazing finish. I mean, just look at that. That is turning the clock, that is, to his days at Tottenham. I mean, look at that, Kostic with fantastic skill to get past Scatto, absolutely does him for a toasty, and Jermaine Defoe with a fantastic finish into the back of the net. I mean, hit sweetly, but absolutely fantastic finish it was, and it is 1-0. So Liverpool get an attack here. Firmino receives the ball from Benteke. He takes a shot, but there, the last moment, he is clipped. And there, I just checked to see if he's been sent off on hold, but he hasn't. It's a yellow card. It's a late tackle, and it's a penalty. And what was the tackle all about? I mean, he just dives in, no attempt to get the ball. And Christian Benteke steps up against Costel Pantilimon, and he does that. He misses. He hits the post. And Firmino, he's saying, I don't know what he's on about. Like he's saying, pass the ball to me. I mean, it's a penalty. Like, what the fuck would he pass the ball to you? I mean, I don't know if he wanted like to actually take the penalty, but it's confusing saying like, why didn't you pass it? It's like he's saying, why didn't you pass it to me? It's like, you don't pass it to penalty. And even I was really confused about his reaction, because I mean, I don't know what he was doing, but anyway, it's a missed penalty. It remains 1-0. Liverpool get a chance here with Saka, who plays it to Coutinho, and he has a shot, and I actually thought it went in, but it didn't hit the side netting, and it's still 1-0. I still don't know how we managed to keep the lead in this game for so long. It was ridiculous. Liverpool just gave us attack after attack after attack, and we were a bit under the cosh. Yep, you guessed it, another Liverpool attack. Henderson this time to Origi. It's a good cross, and how Pantilimon has saved that there, I just don't know. Okay, I just don't have a clue how he has saved it. Like, it's a fantastic save. It really should go in. I think it was Nathaniel Klein or Benteke, it might have been when he had a, but it's a really good save. It keeps the score 1-0, and even I'm just sitting here with me flipping, just speechless at how he's kept it out. So full time it finishes Liverpool 0, Sunderland 1, and we're in the top 5 or something now, and I just don't want to be there. I just don't want to be there at all. It's not our position. I'd take 3 points on Anfield any day. I mean, any team would, but just where we are in the league is just so unrealistic. Don't want to be there, and I just don't want to be in this position. It's just so unrealistic. I mean, why would we be flipping Champions League, Europa League in first season with this team? I mean, it's just not real. So this is a game I really wanted to play at home to Bournemouth, because I like Bournemouth were alright with me apart from 2 things: the way they got promoted to the Premier League, as in like how many penalties they were given, and Eddie Howe, I'm not really that fond of him, because I think he's a bit, up his arse, but I'm not trying to be rude, but we see him in the game because I just don't want to be fourth. I just don't want to be fourth. Apart from that Bournemouth alright, by the way. They were one of my teams started a FIFA 17 career move, and then Kostic gives us a 1-0 win. Matthews is sent off though, and we win again. And I don't mind beating Bournemouth because Bournemouth were expected to struggle this season, but then again we're so with Sunderland. But it just happens, so we just move on from that. But I just don't want to be anywhere in around the top 4, 5, 6. I know I've said this several times. I know it's going to bore your ass off throughout the episode, but just look at the league table. Third. Like, what is that all about? Like, and even mine on it's my career mode, and I'm thinking, why the fuck am I in 3rd place? Like, why? What am I doing here? We're in the final of Capital One Cup, yeah, that's fine. But 3rd place in the Premier League with a team that's been battling relegation for the God knows how many seasons is just plain simply dumb. What is going on? Even me, who wants to be as realistic as possible in this career mode, is just seeing that it's just daft. It's just plain stupidity. Why are we 3rd? Why are we in the top half as well? Like, I don't mind being in the top half, obviously. I mean, now we're in an FA Cup game against Aston Villa. This is the 5th round, I do believe. I mean, I was getting worried, like, we can't lose to Aston Villa, the worst team in the Premier League at the minute. And I'm a Birmingham fan, so that doesn't flipping help. But that just needs to, it just needs to stop. Why are we so high in the freaking league? It just annoys me. I keep going around the table because I'm so frustrated at it. Like, it pegs me off so much. Email after email, I know, but Christ, it just, and as you can see, I changed the training now with more promise. I got Quartes was off there. I put Ings on there as well as Zahovic and Ryan, because they're promising players, and we've got to get the rating. I mean, these players have potential, and we've got to use that potential to get better. And trust me, this side's having a completely, Sounding a good dude. Mole, friggin' good going in the summer. I want to sign Bojan. I know we got Didavi coming in, but Bojan is one of my favourite players. Just amazing. Now we have a game against Swansea, and I'm hoping to lose this one. I know it might seem weird. I mean, I continuously save the game because, you know, in case it freezes or anything, or if we I just did not want to win this game at all. But you know, it's just what happens. It's just what happens to this game. In this game, he just does it all the time. And here we are in a sim game against Swansea. They haven't won any of their last 3 games. We get into the game now, and the Foby gives us a 4th-minute lead. I'm like, oh god, here we go again. We're going to win the league sometime soon if we're not careful. But luckily, yeah, I'm saying this is my career mode. I'm saying this, and luckily Swansea come from behind to win. And I'm relieved because I just don't want to be in the top 5. I don't want to be in the top 4. I don't want to be in the top 3. I don't want to be anywhere near there. It can just sod off. And Man City as well. Like, people like get, oh, I'll play Man City, or I might get thrashed. No, I decided to sim this game because I just don't want to be so high in the league. And now we do have the League Cup against Man United, and motivate the lads. I just can't be asked for press conferences on these games. I mean, in FIFA 13, I just did press conferences for God knows how long. I save it again. I know you don't need me to hear this. You don't need me to hear this. You don't need to hear this from me. It's just mental, absolute mental. Look, I'm sim the Man City game because I just don't want to be there. It's simple as that. I mean, Adam Johnson's on the bench. I keep forgetting to put Jordan Pickford on the bench in the flipping life, so it saves it. And oh god, it's just so annoying. I like the gameplay for a bit here. City do win the game, by the way, 1-0. I think it is. I forgot who. It's gonna come up in a minute. It will. There we go. It is Di Michaelis. And after that, there's the Premier League table, and we're sick. And I thought after that I just needed to stop and just relax because I wasn't anywhere near the top 5 anymore, even though I was only 1 place off it. So, as of every episode, I will leave you with the league table, and here we go. We are 6th. I know we're only a goal difference outside the top 5 goal difference, but I just don't want to be here. As I've said about 950,000 times in this episode, just, yeah. Arsenal top, thank God for that. They actually beat United 2-1 in this episode, would you believe? So, yay, hey. And Swansea even, Watford and Leicester are in the relegation zone. Southampton are down there, which is a bit odd. Palace there. I mean, Aston Villa 11th just says it all, don't it? Liverpool struggling in 10th there. West Brom 9th, yeah, really. Well, we're 6th, so that says it all, doesn't it? But anyway, it's another episode over. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Be safe, be champions, and Toulouche.